Well, what I do realize is that as of right now, no other Chicago Sky game have been moved to the United Center, except for one, Indiana.
Angel Reese is frustrated once again, this time calling out the Chicago Sky for leaving her out in the cold. She couldn't understand why only Caitlyn Clark's games were being moved to the United Center, asking reporters why her own team wasn't getting the same treatment. But let's be honest, she might not like the answer, but it's crystal clear. Fans are packing the arena for Caitlyn, not her. And that reality stings more than a shot rejection at the rim.
United Center, it'll also play host to a pair of WNBA games for the first time this season. The Sky announcing their matchups, hosting the Indiana Fever. Will be moved from Wintrust to the UC, has about double the capacity, so more tickets available to watch Caitlyn.
When a rookie steps into the league and immediately shatters attendance records, forcing teams to upgrade to bigger arenas just to meet demand. That's not hype, that's business. Caitlyn Clark didn't just pack Gainbridge Fieldhouse last season. She blew the doors off, drawing nearly 341,000 fans, an all-time franchise record. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky, even with Angel Reese, didn't come close to those numbers. Yet somehow, Reese believes they're generating the same level of excitement. Bless her heart.
The Chicago Sky have finally done what we've been asking for, which was to schedule the games against the Fever at the United Center. And also, in case you weren't already aware, the United Center is the biggest basketball arena in the country. Both home games against the Fever have been scheduled at the United Center.
Let's break down this United Center situation. The Chicago Sky made waves by announcing they'll move only 2 games to the massive 21,000-seat arena for the 2025 season. And guess what? Both just happened to be against the Indiana Fever. Coincidence? Please. This isn't some random scheduling move. It's the front office making one thing crystal clear. They know exactly who the real attraction is.
Caitlyn coming to town, man, all these teams are going to cash in on that. It's just the nature of the business at this point. One fan saying, let's go Fever, taking over the United Center. I can't wait. The Angel Reese effect? No. They know better than to leave free money on the table when the face card comes to town. Yeah, man, because we remember last time Caitlyn Clark was there, bro, the arena erupted.
The Sky spent the entire 2024 season at Wintrust Arena, which holds just over 10,000 fans. That includes every single home game Angel Reese played. Yet not once did the team feel the need to upgrade venues. Not even when Reese was supposedly setting the league on fire with her rebounding dominance and TikTok fame. But now that Caitlyn Clark is coming to town, suddenly it's let's double capacity.
Games, the Chicago Sky have had to move 2 of their home games to a larger facility, a larger basketball facility. I'm sure, no doubt, this is the Angel Reese effect. I've got no doubts, no qualms. There's nothing. She even told me herself right here that it's not just one other player, it's because of...
Sky President Adam Fox tried to dress it up, saying the move was about rewarding fans' passion. Sounds nice, but let's be real. If this was truly about Sky fans, they'd be upgrading for more than just 2 games. The reality? It's not about rewarding anyone. It's about making sure the arena is packed when Caitlyn Clark steps on the court.
Of the hottest tickets in the WNBA, Caitlyn Clark coming back to the city that she owns, coming back to Chicago after Chicago gave her such a warm welcome last year. They threw Barbie Night for Caitlyn Clark's arrival. They gave her pink towels. The fans were lined up on the side. She was signing autographs. How is Chicago going to welcome Caitlyn Clark this next year around? How are they going to top Barbie Night in a 9,000-seat arena? Well, easy. We move Barbie Night to a 21,000-seat.
One of the hottest tickets in the WNBA, Caitlyn Clark, is coming back to the city she practically owns. Chicago rolled out the red carpet for her last year, throwing Barbie Night in her honor, handing out pink towels, and packing the sidelines with fans just hoping for an autograph. So how does Chicago plan to welcome her this time? How do you top Barbie Night in a 9,000-seat arena? Easy. You move Barbie Night to a 21,000-seat arena.
This is emotion. that the Indiana Fever / Caitlyn Clark.
Let's not pretend this is anything but a smart financial move. The United Center isn't just bigger, it's more profitable. The demand is there, but only when Caitlyn Clark is in the building. That's not favoritism, that's capitalism. Clark is packing arenas, while Angel Reese is still wondering why her average stat line isn't doing the same. The league has spoken, and the numbers don't lie.
Caitlyn Clark and Fever games getting moved to bigger venues on the road is normal at this point in time. We see it happen quite often whenever that Fever show comes to town. But in this case, it is interesting considering the opponent and considering the venue.
It's not just the Chicago Sky making bold venue moves. Look around the WNBA, and you'll see a clear trend. The Washington Mystics, Las Vegas Aces, Atlanta Dream, Dallas Wings, and Connecticut Sun have all made the same calculated decision, shifting their matchups against the Indiana Fever to bigger arenas. And if you think this is just some scheduling coincidence, think again. This isn't about random dates or team rivalries. It's about one player, one name, Caitlyn Clark.
Goodness. America's team versus a team who has the person who is the scourge of society. Oh, God. Oh, man. Quote, they watch for me, too. Barbie Night? Which one is Barbie Night? You got to think one of the two is going to be Barbie Night, right? Look at this. Laughing my ass off. Caitlyn is really giving every single team a fundraising game. I am weak. My GOAT is simply different.
And the online reaction? Let's just say fans aren't being shy about what this really means. Social media lit up with questions and side-eye about why only Caitlyn Clark's games are getting the VIP treatment. People are starting to notice the obvious. Angel Reese's matchups just aren't generating the same buzz. Not a single one of her games has triggered a venue upgrade, and now fans are asking, if Angel is really as popular as she claims, why isn't she getting the same star treatment?
Moving to the United Center. So that's significant in the sense of it will be the first games ever played by WNBA teams in the United Center. The game's on Saturday, June 7th and Sunday, July 27th. One had a date change, but they will be moving to the largest capacity arena in the NBA. You know, more than double, I believe, what the Sky's typical home arena is able to hold. And of course, I mean, this is a duh for so many reasons.
My goodness. America's team versus a team featuring the so-called scourge of society. Oh man, they watch for me too. Really? Let's talk about Barbie Night. Which one is it? You'd think one of these two matchups would get the honor, right? Look at this, LMAO. Caitlyn is literally giving every single team a fundraising game. My GOAT is just different. The irony here is almost too much. All season long, Angel Reese went out of her way to position herself as Caitlyn Clark's equal in both popularity and impact. She pushed the narrative that she was just as responsible for the WNBA's skyrocketing attention. She even claimed fans were tuning in for her, not just Caitlyn. But clearly, someone forgot to tell the ticketing department, because when it comes time to pack the house, all roads lead to Clark.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize.
And now it's getting downright awkward. When the Sky announced their plan to host the Fever at the United Center twice, you'd think they were promoting a championship game. But nope, they're just doing what the numbers demand. And that's where the real problem lies for Reese. If she truly had the same pull, wouldn't the Sky have moved at least one game for her? Wouldn't her own team be using her name to fill more seats? Instead, the only time they're upgrading arenas is when Caitlyn Clark is in town. That says it all.
Say this is because of Angel Reese. They can't say this because of Angel Reese, because for the simple fact, a lot of their games would have moved to bigger arenas if that was the case. They can't not say this. Like, I know people want it, and like I know people be mad about this, bro. Like, y'all shouldn't be mad about this, bro. Like, this is just the reality of the situation. You're not a hater. You're not none of that if you say Angel's not as big as Caitlyn, because she's not, guys. That's the reality of it all, bro.
Angel Reese keeps trying to push the narrative that she's a co-star in the WNBA's rise, but the receipts tell a different story. While she's hyping herself up in interviews and viral TikToks, the rest of the league is making moves based on one name. The only name that consistently delivers results, Caitlyn Clark.
Last year, the Indiana Fever were in Chicago, And a lot of us were asking, why aren't they putting this in the big arena? Are they really that stubborn that they're ready to just turn away dollars just for a narrative? It seems as if they got their end of their year report, looked at the bottom line and said, you know what? Slam shut. In 2025, we're going to be in the United...
Let's break it down with plain numbers, because the scoreboard doesn't lie. If Angel Reese were drawing Caitlyn Clark level attention, her games would be box office gold. The Sky would be scrambling to move every home game to the United Center, with tickets selling out in hours. But that's not happening, not even close. The arena stays put, and the crowd sizes stay average.
Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics, my